presented to my parents before this. High school causes teen anxiety, stress, and depression. Therefore, school should be required to have on-campus therapists and guidance counselors that students can see at any time of the day. School puts a lot of stress on us, and teachers just don't understand. They tell us that they went through it before, that we just need to have better time management, stuff like that. But what teachers don't understand is that now we live in a different time period, that we're held to a much higher level of expectations that they just didn't have when they were a kid. When I'm talking about school, I'm not just talking about work. Work is not the only reason that our mental health plummets during the school year. Now, not everyone's mental health plummets, but I know a lot of students, it does get harder. I'm also talking about our social life and being around people. Us being at school, we're around each other for 8 hours a day, which is 40 hours a week. During this 8-hour period of the day, we sit in at least 4 classrooms, most of the time up to 8 a day. And in those classrooms, we sit with people that we might call our friends, we might not. Now you might say, well, you're in a class, you have to be quiet and you have to focus, and there's not much talking. But if you've met a high schooler, you know that it's not like that. High schoolers now have troubles focusing, they have ADHD, and just all different things that contribute to the fact that it's hard for us to stay still, it's hard for us to focus, it's hard for us to be quiet. Like, if you know a teenager, you know that most of us don't shut up ever. We're all around each other for so long that we ultimately know, even if we don't know the person very well, even if we would say like, oh, I never talked to them, we know we've seen them around, so we know how they act, we know what affects them. So when it comes down to it, we know what's going to hurt them the most. So when we're put in a position where we're mad or we're just angry and frustrated, we're going to lash out, and we know what is going to hurt that person the most. Adults say that therapists are unnecessary and that we can talk to our friends or parents. Now, our friends are other teenagers, and teenagers are going to give teenagers bad advice. Like, that's just how it is. I would give someone bad advice because I'm a teenager. My brain is different. It doesn't comprehend certain things. Or with our parents, I would say for about 70% of kids, they don't want to talk about their mental health with their parents. It's just an awkward subject. It's sensitive for us. It's sensitive for them. We don't want to feel like they did something wrong, so we're just not going to do it. Therapists provide a safe environment where we don't have to worry about other people's opinions. We don't have to worry about that getting in the way. Like, it's just not an issue. It's not a factor that goes into it. Therapists went to school for years upon years, and studied what goes on in our brain, what our behaviors are, and how to deal with that, and how to help us through that. And that is why therapists should be required to be on campus at every high school in the country, so that students can go there and talk about what's going on in their life, and just for them to guide us through that and come alongside us so we're not doing it alone.